Hi everyone, my name is Steve Lawson, Global Marketing Team with GE Healthcare MRI.
And my name is Anja Fofana. I'm also part of the Global Marketing Team here in Waukesha in MR headquarters.
So we had introduced some technology a few years ago with AIR. Since we have introduced AIR image quality and AIR workflow. So as part of the AIR image quality, we have a new technology called AIR Recon DL. This technology allows you to greatly improve the image quality by reducing the amount of noise that comes through in the image. We do this from removing it from the raw data in the reconstruction pipeline.
And we've seen AIR Recon DL used in two different ways most of the time. So neither you keep the scan time and you can just have higher spatial resolution, or the other way we've seen is like really to get short scan times with a decent image quality still. So I think we should just look at some cases and how they turned out.
Yeah, we're excited to show you a few examples. So here with AIR Recon DL, the image on the left is a low resolution image. The image has high signal to noise though. You often want higher resolution, so just by increasing the spatial resolution, you see a reduction in the signal to noise. So that's the image in the middle. But the image on the right, you're able to use AIR Recon DL to greatly improve the image quality. This is a little closer look here at the meniscus.
So in the second slide, you see an example where we keep exactly the same resolution, but we are shortening down the scan time. So on the left-hand side, you see the conventional scan, which takes like around 3.5 minutes. And then we go shorten down the scan time to a closer to 2 minute scan time, and usually the images would be really, really noisy and not acceptable anymore. But using AIR Recon DL and removing all the noise out of the image, we get a result which is really more than acceptable again.
Yeah, I think the number one parameter a lot of people tend to change is the necks to reduce the scan time. Unfortunately, that does come at a cost. It always increases the noise in the image, but AIR Recon DL can really help a lot with that. Here's an example keeping the exact same resolution. The image on the left is very high spatial resolution, probably a little higher or a bit higher actually than what most customers would actually try to do. 0.2 resolution, 3 millimeter slice thickness. To get adequate images on the left with the conventional Recon, you had to use 3 necks. But by using AIR Recon DL, we can simply just go to 1 neck, so we're not so much concerned about the noise that comes through because AIR Recon DL is keeping that out of the reconstructed images.
Here's another example where we want to show an entire exam covering all 3 planes of a shoulder exam to use and using AIR Recon DL and shorten down the scan time to a minimum and have good image quality as well.
One place that will really benefit from AIR Recon DL, I think, is whenever you apply FATSAT, right? Because that pulse, that extra pulse to crush the signal, always comes at a cost of noisy images. So by using AIR Recon DL, we can greatly improve the image quality. As you can see, all of these have great scan time, around 2 minutes or so. And once again, also in the brain, conventional images on the left at 2 minutes and 42, the images on the right, we've increased the spatial resolution and also brought the scan time down. We can use a little more parallel imaging. You can reduce the necks. You can do all these creative ways to be able to get scan time shorter, but then also at the same time improving the image quality and spatial resolution as well.
And here's again an example to show that you can cover an entire exam using AIR Recon DL. So here is based on a fast brain protocol. We've covered all the planes really needed for a routine brain protocol, all the contrast needed, and we can have a total scan time of only 3 minutes and 10 seconds.
In this example, we're showing an image on the left, an image on the right. Both have the exact same spatial resolution, exact same scan time. The resolution is quite high. That's why we notice the images on the left are a little bit noisy. But by using AIR Recon DL, we were able to remove that noise from the image. And you can see, at the cauda equina here, where the spinal cord ends, you have a lesion in the spinal cord. You can notice how much more improved the image quality is around this lesion. It looks really much improved.
And also in bodywork applications, we can use Recon DL. So this is a protocol scanned with the Pirates guidelines, where we have to have a spatial resolution recommended from 0.4 by 0.7 and 3 millimeters. Usually the scan times doing a T2 contrast would be pretty high, but using Recon DL, we can go scan times like 3.5, 2 and 3 minutes, and we have good image quality.
So as part of the AIR image quality, AIR Recon DL can greatly improve the image quality. As you've been able to see, reducing the scan times and improving the spatial resolution can really make a big difference for our patients and our customers' workflow.